Hello, beautiful friends. This is the Organizer Advisor here to help you enhance your happiness and transform your life. Well, thank heaven it's day 11 and we are making steady progress in these small scaffolded steps of my transformational organization process, which is truly transformative to your life. So I hope you're following along. Please leave me a comment if you do. Welcome to all of my new viewers, subscribers, and followers. A special warm welcome to everyone who is returning with us today. All right, so today, day 11, go ahead and grab your hydration beverage or your cup of coffee. Let's have a sip and a sit, and I'll talk you through today's togas. All right, friends, this is Sunday, January 11th, day 11 of our process, and I'm so excited that you're here with me today. So I'm going to run through these things very quickly because I want you to have a day to kind of rest and relax. But we do want to have that sense of completion today as we finish one of our organization goals. So let's jump into document organization. For document organization, we created that effective filing system yesterday, and today we're going to begin filing those piles. And we're going to set a goal of just 10 documents a day. 10 documents, you can have this done in less than 10 minutes, but by the end of the month, you're going to have over 200 documents filed in your effective filing system. And we also have the instruction manuals, our important documents, our professional papers, as well as all of our keepsakes and our grab and go binder. We have dedicated spaces for those. So the remainder of those documents are going to go into your filing system. All right, let's move on to our organize to utilize. Today, we're going to gather, we're going to go through, we're going to group together, clean, and create dedicated spaces for all of our musical instruments. Now, it's really important that you do two things with these. One, follow the manufacturer's instructions for cleaning your instrument. Two, make sure that you have all of the items that you need in order to utilize that instrument. For example, reeds or strings. So you want to make sure that you kind of do a little inventory go through, see if you have what you need. Now, all right, next, for our wardrobe restructuring, we're creating that calm, cohesive, color-coded closet, one color a day, and today the color is gray. So I'm going to gather all of those gray garments. We're going to go through them and make sure that they are in good wearable condition. They don't need laundering, mending, or ironing, that they fit and make us feel fabulous. And then we're going to hang them in the closet in the next section, right next to the purples that we did yesterday. And then don't forget your accessories. And these are your purses, your gloves, your belts, your hats, whatever you have, your scarves, whatever you have that is coordinated with gray, then you want to go ahead and do the same process. Gather them together, go through them, check those purses to make sure you haven't forgotten anything, make sure those shoes are in good wearable condition, and then clean them, and then put them in the dedicated space in your closet so that you can create color coordinated, professionally pulled together outfits that are going to enhance the way you look and feel. All right, that is our wardrobe organization. Now let's move on to our every nook and cranny cleaning. We are completing another milestone today by completing the second bedroom. So we used our compass rose strategy. We started on the north wall. Then the next day we went to the east wall and then the south wall, and today we finalized the room with the west wall. So that way in 4 days we have totally every nook and cranny cleaned without getting overwhelmed, and that benefits us tremendously. So finalize the second bedroom by completing an every nook and cranny clean of the west wall. Then for our health and beauty routine for today, Sunday is kind of a soul-soothing, serene day where we just kind of allow our bodies to relax, our minds to take a little bit of a break. And Sundays are great days just to be present in the moment and really be in that energy of gratitude. Gratitude is like glitter for your soul. And then I take a break from exercising. I also fast on Sundays. But another thing that I recommend on Sundays is this is a great time to get out all of those health monitoring devices, your blood pressure kit, your glucose monitoring kit, and your scale. And this is just a day to collect some data to see how you're doing. Also, we have some Sunday prep steps. I have a playlist called Prep Steps, and Sundays I do a few prep steps to set me up for success through the week. So the first thing I do is I change the sheets. Clean sheet Sunday. That way I have a soothing soak in the tub on Sunday night, kind of finalizes my weekend, lets me have that absolute relaxation, and then put on my favorite ooh-la-las and climb into bed with clean, soft sheets. It helps to enhance my night's sleep, so I start my week off with lots of energy and lots of mental clarity. Also, I declutter the bedside table. The bedside table is the first thing you see in the morning, and it sets the energetic tone of your day. If you see a lot of clutter and overwhelm, that's going to set you up in that mindset of being cluttered and overwhelmed. I like a clean bedside table to wake up to, so that's how I start my day, the first thing I see. Also, the other thing that I like to incorporate into my Sunday prep steps is I plan my wardrobe for the week. I look at my agenda, my calendar. I see if I have appointments or anything that's pertinent on my calendar, and then I plan my wardrobe based upon weather and based upon what expectation for that event. That way, I'm prepared. I reduce that getting dressed stress, and I have my whole outfits picked out. Everything's coordinated, and I don't have to try and build that wardrobe for the week while I'm really busy. Another prep step is to plan your menu for the week. This is one of the best strategies. First of all, I look at the ingredients I have, what needs to be used, particularly those perishable items in your refrigerator, freezer. I want to make sure that I'm capitalizing on those food resources so that we don't have food waste, we don't waste money. But it takes planning. And so I look at what I have, I create a menu based upon that. I write down what I need to shop for in order to execute that menu. I look at my store sales flyers. I look at what's on sale so I can have additional savings. Also, I incorporate my store loyalty cards into my grab and go binder where my shopping list is. So now I have a plan, and I'm going to be able to execute that plan with less food waste, and I can make healthier food choices, and I'm going to shop sales. So that's a plus. Lastly, speaking of this grab and go binder, the last thing I do as a Sunday prep step is I go ahead and get my binder ready for the week. That way, if I have something I need to pick up and I have a claim ticket, if I have a doctor's referral, if I have lab work that needs to be done or a prescription that needs to be filled, if I have event tickets in here, I have everything ready to go with my errands planned out as well as my shopping list. So now I'm going to be able to save time, save fuel, and reduce my time in traffic. So that is it for today. This is Sunday. I hope you have a serene day, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow on Magic Marvelous Monday, our 12th day of transformation. I will see you then, and until then, my beautiful friends, be well.